Welcome back. I'm feeling a little bit chipper now. No lie, I feel a whole lot better. Voice is still just as annoying. Well, probably worse. Usually it's less annoying. Still annoying, but it's still pretty shitty. To try to keep my singing voice up to par, I'm also trying to make sure that instead of drinking sugary drinks like I usually like these, I'm putting down carbonated water. Also, ignore the cute little heater in the back. I have that to heat this room, but only when I'm in it, because obviously I'm not trying to burn my house down. I don't have the gas gun on, and I'm kind of refusing to cut it on, mainly because it's kind of a fuck you to the gas company. They cost too much the last time I had it on, so I primarily run heaters in the house, and it makes it a lot easier, because I don't really heat it unless I'm here. My cats, it usually stays roughly 60 degrees in the house anyway at any given time, so the cats aren't cold. So I'm not too worried about it myself, because I'll just wear my douche moo and cut the heater on and enjoy. I think that's enough about my personal life. I am here to pretty much, well, talk about dramatic bullshit, more drama, more YouTube fun. And it's the same old, but it's more stuff that I decided to look into the other day. And it's about our good old pal Gerard, the guy entangled in going ahead and suing because he got his feelings hurt. Now, I've seen a few kind of, I say, detractors in my comments even, talking about this was nobody's business. Well, I said this before and I'll say it again. It's got to be somebody's business. That's how criminals get away with things, is because people don't do anything. And you're mad that good people stood around and actually took action against somebody? See, it just goes to prove my point. Anybody would defend anyone if their dick's far down their throat enough. Now, I am definitely somewhat on the fence about it for sure, only because Gerard, meant well, and I was hoping a mistake was made. After recent videos, I'm starting to think he didn't make any mistakes, that he was trying to do something diabolical. I'm going to, elude from doing any type of accusations, because apparently I would hate to it got to him and he would cry all the way to his lawyers to throw papers at me, because I just think it's funny that anybody that has anything to say against people, not just him particularly, I'm spitting, particularly him, but a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people that actually make good money, they want to sue people just for, well, exposing them. And I think it's ridiculous. I like it to be like the old-fashioned TV shows where the bad guy gets exposed and everybody's, going down to the courthouse. It's like, what do you think about this today? What did you do about that? Blah, 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 blah. Something interesting where the good guy won. But that's never the case. Usually people like this get real butthurt and they sue. And it's just it's distasteful. I mean, just take into account that basically what he did was already a crime. Let's go ahead and get that down. It's basically a crime. Before Carl Jobs released his recent video, I said that I felt like he was weaponizing his family, essentially weaponizing the fact his mother passed away, which is completely disgusting to begin with. And it seems like Carl Jobs has come to the same conclusion, except for he has a better voice and way better at showing proof of it, essentially, because I'm pretty sure he's just smarter than I am. So that, aside the fact that he's probably just a complete asshole for it, I think it's disingenuous for him to try to sue in any type of capacity, because it seems like, honestly, he's just butthurt. So to get off that topic, because I probably said that a few too many times, I also wanted to talk about his subscriber count, something that blew me away. I tried to look it up on my computer, but I could not do it because I assumed maybe my VPN was not allowing me to. But I pulled it up on my phone, and pretty much since a lot of this popped off, the last 30 days, he's lost 50,000 subscribers, which is quite a lot, honestly. I mean, grand scheme of things, not as much being that he still has 1.57 million subscribers. But you also look at the fact that they're even actually considering by tomorrow he'll be at 1.56. Social Blade's actually predicting he's going to keep losing them. And I assume he will. A lot of people are starting to wake up and realize the great, amazing person he is was probably just a facade. And that's really sad. It really is. Because anybody that does charity work, I do 100% agree that, transparency should be a thing, but there's just always good coming. Charity's supposed to be good. But here comes the bad side of charity. A lot of the times it's just for rich people to get a tax write-off. A lot of them celebrities don't give a shit about kids. They don't give a shit about cancer. They don't. But you know who does? The 9-to-5s, the people on the ground, the people that are actually doing jobs, work every day, that genuinely lose people to dumb shit all the time that money can just pay everything out of. And that really pulls on heartstrings for daily people. I know family members of mine that died of, cancer. But that's the reality of the situation. People like him pretty much lie. And that's the thing. Some ordinary gamer, me, Mudahar, decided to finally release the audio. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of detractors saying it's bullshit to release it. I actually read a few of them saying, oh, they were going to release it anyway. I guarantee he was not going to fucking release the audio recording of their interview. He hasn't done it to anybody that I saw before, and if he has, I overlooked it. And even if that's the case, rarely has he done it if I've overlooked it, because obviously it's not that important. The bad thing is he wouldn't have had done it if Gerard was just up front. For the most part, he's just super deflective, and that's what this video, it's only part of it, but I watched a good bit of it, and it pretty much proves everything Muda and Carl has admitted to. And there's still stuff to be seen that we do not know about, and I'm sure it's not going to paint Gerard in any better picture. It's probably going to make things worse. I don't know if he was thinking threatening a lawsuit would, quiet them down. I assume that's what a lot of people do. Oh no, I'm going to get sued. Let me go ahead and take this down so he doesn't sue me. Let me appease the crybaby. That's usually what happens, and that's the thing. I think that's the situation here, is that they're trying to appease, or he thinks suing, threatening to sue them will appease it, and, they'll bow to it. And I don't agree with anybody throwing lawsuits willy-nilly to scare people. And you could tell the anger in his face, not so much that he felt bad, it's somewhere along the lines of guilt, like he's been caught. And that's really what happened, he got caught. Now, legal terms aside, or definitions, there's some very serious accusations that are in these videos. By definition, they were talking about fraud. By definition, which is, Carl puts it best, is what he may have committed rather extensively. And then by definition, embezzlement. I'm not saying that he did, but these are terms you can't take lightly. By definition, Carl points that whether or not he said he did, which he says he didn't, by definition, it would put him as an embezzler too, which is really bad. These are crimes, very big crimes. And this is not even directed to YouTube, like, say, when certain higher YouTubers always, copyright strike people that use any snippet of their videos and then cry about it and call them, a bunch of idiots. It's not the same. While YouTube likes to step aside and let them handle it, this is a situation that I don't think is going in Gerard's favor at all. He'll probably get some type of legal, front. There's probably something somewhere he might get. And a lot of people are going to jump down saying, oh, yeah, I knew he had something to back it up. Overall, not really. He's pretty much boned. I'm pretty sure this is like bent over the table, take it all, I'm your uncle coming back home. And if this goes through, and not to mention, at this point, if he tries to sue them, they pretty much can just put everything out on the table. And, well, that's not going to work. Once the lawsuit goes through, I'm not saying this is full legal, and I'm not a lawyer or a legal advice giver, because I am also quite a moron, and I'm a guy that just works at a factory that comes home and talks shit into a camera. But he has to look at the negative effects. The lawsuit goes through, nothing stopping the full exposure at this point. Like, it's already been done. So he goes through a false lawsuit. At this point, they can literally go right through and have a full investigation, because all he's doing is opening it to more eyes. It's going to be the Streisand effect at this point. And honestly, I'm wondering how many people actually went through and reported him. Because if you remember, there was a link to report the criminal behavior that it looks like that he was in. So, I don't know. This is a lot to unpack, a lot to unfold. There's a lot of red tape with it. It's super drama heavy, because it's, somebody that, we'll compare it to Boogie. Somebody that, is supposed to be the good guy of YouTube is a problem, except for he's probably not, hopefully, paying for hookers. I mean, it's a lot of money. That's a lot of hookers. And come to find out, some of the money is still technically missing in a sense, or still being held. And he never stated he wanted to do it in a, I forget what the term's called, and I feel like an idiot, but it's where they hold the money back so they can donate it in one big lump sum, So, I forget the term and I feel really stupid. But anyway, he never stated that during their investigation. Rather, he's trying to say it now. I think that's a PR stunt, and I don't think he read the paper good. Whoever Jake Paul and Logan Paul's PR team is, he needs to get a hold of them because they are way better than whatever he's got going on. Because it definitely makes him look stupid. Like he's putting his foot in his mouth. He is retracting everything that he admitted to begin with. Where he basically said, I didn't know this was a thing. This is completely absurd. I'm going to try to make this right now or within the next 3 days. End up being 3 weeks. I mean, at this point, what can you trust coming out of his mouth? To try to stop myself from dragging on too long in this video, I would like to stop it there because there's still a lot more to come out. I'm waiting for part 2 of the video. I'll try to keep people updated as much as possible as well, only because, well, it's drama on top of the fact that this is a situation that I have pretty much binge watched. At this point, it is just getting better and better, and it's just making him look worse and worse. It's getting me less on the fence and more on, like, just straight, fuck Jared at this point, because, or Gerard. But at this point, it's just pretty much fuck him. He's definitely become pretty terrible in this situation. I'm not even worried about it, like some of the comments of people that's going to be telling me, oh, well, you know what? You don't know nothing. You're fat. Ooh. So, anyway, yeah, that's all I got to say about that today. Sorry the video's a little long. Hope you enjoy it. Like, share, subscribe, please. And, yeah, y'all have a good one.